Whittier Words. I am Markin, and here with me is
Aria. Welcome to the 26th edition of the Whittier Morning Tea. We're here to bring you the latest news from DC's very own Whittier Elementary School.
You're watching Channel 9, where we spill the tea and the news is always
piping hot and real. And now for a breaking news story. Whittier's Literacy Committee hosted a Scribble Chronicles event on March 8th.
That's right. We had a very special guest, author David Miller, who wrote I Am a Chef. He was an excellent speaker. He said he wrote the books he wrote because he wants children to dream big.
Overall, it was an incredible event.
Students of all grade levels created stories, poems, and visual art that was on display for the event.
Everyone loved it.
I got to read my poem.
And I got to read my story and show my picture.
Kids showed off their writing skills.
We have so many talented writers and scholars in our amazing school.
We sure do.
Thanks to the Literacy Committee for a spectacular night.
The first graders are working with Inspire Dance to learn hip-hop.
That's right. Their teacher is Devin, and he is incredible.
Let's take a look at a movie trailer showcase for some of their moves.
Women's History Month, scholars in Miss Mann's second grade class researched and discovered something amazing woman we want to highlight. We then picked a book to represent and recommend to the Whittier family about the incredible women and their accomplishments.
Let's go on location to find out what these phenomenal women did and how their work is displayed through these excellent books.
We highly encourage you to pick up a copy from the library to learn more.
Growing up in a time when women were not viewed as equal as men, Elizabeth Blackwell worked hard to become the first woman doctor.
She showed the world that women were just as smart and capable as men and can be doctors too.
Elizabeth Blackwell became not just famous but a hero to many women who followed her footsteps.
A perfect choice for Women's History Month.
We highly recommend reading Who Says Women Cannot Be Doctors? The Story of Elizabeth Blackwell by Tanya Lee Stone.
We commend you, Elizabeth Blackwell.
A narrative biography chapter book is about a woman named Wenger who studied biology in her native Kenya and later in the United States, who started a tree planting movement. Facing lots of opposition, Wangari was arrested and jailed. Once released, she continued her work of planting trees and eventually won the Nobel Peace Prize. We highly recommend reading the story of environmentalist Wangari Maathai by Jen Johnson, illustrated by Wellington Sadler. We commend you, Wangari Maathai!
Back to the Whittier Morning Tea. I'm Kenya, and here with me is
Alyssa. As we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, we'd like to highlight an incredible athlete and social activist, Naomi Osaka.
Naomi Osaka is a professional tennis player and role model.
She's currently the #1 ranked female player in the world and recently won both the U.S. Open and the Australian Open in back-to-back years. This is a major achievement.
Naomi Osaka is passionate about raising awareness of social issues and making difference in her community.
She's partaken in various causes and events that help to bring attention to support to important issues.
She's also a dynamic and engaged public speaker. She's always eager to share her stories in order to inspire positive change.
Naomi Osaka is an excellent role model for young athletes everywhere. She's a strong believer in hard work and dedication and is always striving to be the best that she can. We salute you, Naomi Osaka. Your work is making a positive impact on the world.
Let's take a look at her amazing life and work. Also quite funny, as you will see.
Naomi Osaka slays.
I totally agree.
Let's go!
Hi, I'm Naomi, and this is an introduction to the people that ask me what I do. So welcome to my brain.
As you've grown up, have you become any less of an overthinker, or is it the same?
You know the song More Money, More Problems? Man, oh man. There might not necessarily be more problems, but I'm definitely overthinking more. I always want to do well, but at the same time, I don't want to put too much burden on myself to keep having high expectations.
1っていう称号を得たっていうことはもう本当に日本人としてすごい誇りに思いますし、これからもどんどん活躍すると思うので、これからもう日本の、国を背負って頑張ってほしいなと思います。
Accomplished a lot of things that I've wanted to ever since I was growing up.
and dad, they raised her so well that she is so humble and she doesn't, overthink it. There's still a lot more she wants to achieve, and I'm just here trying to help her.
She's very nice, and she's, of course, my whole life, she's someone I've looked up to, so that's not going to change. It was really weird for me, that whole experience, because it did feel like a dream, and I still don't really feel like it happened, even though I'm holding the trophy. So I think like every hour that passes, it feels more and more real. So I think it's one of those things that I'm always going to treasure that memory. Mentally, it was way more stress and pressure than I could have imagined. And I don't think there was anything that could have prepared me for that, especially since I'm kind of an overthinker. No one really knows all the sacrifices that you make just to be good. Before I went US Open, so many people told my dad that I would never be anything.
Naomi, she was like an overnight superstar. And I think that pressure weighed heavily on her.
I think the amount of attention that I get is kind of ridiculous. No one prepares you for that. I don't know. I feel like I'm struggling.
She's young. Everyone has an opinion. Her sponsors, her family, social media, you want to add in like another million people.
Growing up, all I was thinking is like, I want my mom to like be happy. I want her to stop working. She would work overtime. She would sleep in her car. And for me, that was my whole point of playing tennis. My dad's always been proud of where he comes from. Whenever I'm in hard situations, he's always told me my ancestors were on the ship for like 40 days. I use that as strength. I always had this pressure to maintain the squeaky image, but now I don't care what anyone has to say. none of these deaths had to happen, and I just want everyone to know the names.
We learn every day. Living by example is the best we can do for our community, for our kids.
For so long, I've tied winning to my worth as a person. To anyone that would know me, they know me for being a tennis player. So, like, what am I if I'm not a good tennis player? Can I ask you a question? Okay, I'm sorry. People tell me when, people tell me when I talk, I don't move my mouth. Do I? Because I'm really conscious, so like now I'm trying to like exaggerate, but I don't know, because they're like, oh, you can be a ventriloquist or whatever, you know? Okay. But you can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay. Thank you.
And you've probably exceeded maybe your own expectations at 20 years of age. What does 2019 look like, and just the planning and what you want to try and achieve?
No, I'm old. I'm 21 now.
There you go. I'm glad you know.
No, but like, for real, I was looking at her age and she's 18, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so old. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me. The only thing I can do is keep trying my best, and I just really appreciate the support, so thanks again, you guys.
Well, it's great to have you back here as a US Open champion.
This was, bless you, this is sort of...
If she were to ask you for one piece of advice, what would you tell her?
Don't ask me for advice. That's the advice I would tell her. For me, when I was her age, when I was her age. Oh no, wait, what does it sound like? One more time for the people in the back. Can you do it one more time? Why? Oh, okay.
That's all the news we have for today, but be sure to tune in next week for another edition of the Whittier Morning Tea, where we spill the tea and the news is always piping hot and real.
I'm Arya,
And I'm Markin.
signing off.
Have a peaceful and productive day and do it the Whittier Warrior way. And remember,
If trouble finds you, find the nearest adult. If trouble finds you, find the nearest adult. Thank you.